A fire in the middle of the night shows no mercy.
He said, "We have a problem."
An alarm echoes from the flames as firefighters battle to save Kelsey Fike.
We believe that Kelsey fought the entire time.
It appears to be a tragic accident.
We just assumed that she was not capable of getting out of the structure in time.
Until, out of the smoldering ashes, rises a cold-blooded mystery.
What does your gut tell you that happened in there?
Anyone who ever met Kelsey Fike couldn't help but love her.
How would you describe Kelsey?
Kelsey was fun and silly and energetic.
And beautiful.
Yes, she was. She was. She took after her mother.
Randy Fike says you could always find his daughter in a crowd by her infectious laugh and a distinct goldfish tattoo on her back.
She was a free spirit, liked art, music, dance.
She was happy.
She was happy.
The petite 21-year-old was excited about a new job, and her mom, Mary Jo, says Kelsey had finally met the love of her life.
Tell me about her meeting Alex.
She fell very quickly for Alex. He's tall, very nice looking, good manners.
Alex Young was a reservist with the Nebraska National Guard.
Were they in love?
Absolutely.
After a little less than a year of dating, Alex gives Kelsey a diamond promise ring and vows to take care of her.
I had been teasing her about I wish that she'd hurry up because I really wanted some grandbabies.
To save money for a house, they temporarily move into a mobile home together.
It was an older trailer, and it very much looked like an older 70s trailer, but it was what they could afford.
It's hidden off the main drag of Kearney, Nebraska, not an affluent part of town, but for this young couple in love, it was their first little piece of paradise together.
But were you concerned at all about her safety?
Not really. I mean, looking back on it, maybe I should have been.
June 16th was like any normal day for Kelsey. She worked, came home around 5:30, and according to a neighbor, took her basset hound Dante for a walk around 9 that night. The only thing out of the ordinary that day, Alex was out of town.
Did Kelsey ever describe any fear about where she lived or the fact that Alex was away?
She was kind of lonely, but nothing that she felt scared.
Kelsey often stayed with her parents when Alex was away, but this time she was busy packing for an upcoming trip to see her best friend, Jamie Graham.
When is the last time you heard from Kelsey?
She called me that Monday night. She had told me she was planning on just getting organized, getting ready to leave.
In some ways, it's kind of a blessing you had a chance to talk to her.
Yes. And we ended the conversation the way we always did. Love you, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
But tomorrow didn't come.
Not for her.
Just a few hours later, at around 4:30, the mobile home erupts in a hellish ball of fire. Tragically, Kelsey's inside.
We received a phone call, a 911 call from 2 passerbyers. They were delivering papers, and they smelled smoke coming from the trailer court. They entered the trailer court and saw that one of the trailers was on fire.
Kearney police investigator Doug McCarty says the flames are so intense, neighbors are forced to stay back. The only thing they can do is scream for Kelsey and her dog Dante through the door. But the only sound they hear, a blaring fire alarm.
The rear of the trailer, the back bedroom, as we found out later, was on fire. It was fully engulfed, smoke was coming from it.
Sadly, by the time firefighters put out the flames, it's too late to save Kelsey. Her lifeless body found on the floor near the back bedroom.
Did it look like she was trying to get out?
Yeah, at first we thought that it was an accident and she tried to get out and this succumbed to the fire.
Was there a dog?
Yeah, her basset hound was found in the living room of the trailer and he was deceased.
And so they were not together?
They were not together.
Do you find that odd?
We thought it was a little odd. We weren't sure how the dog had died.
The nightmare begins for Kelsey's mom and dad with an early morning knock from a police officer and a chaplain.
And I opened the door and they said, "Do you have a daughter named Kelsey Fike?" And yeah. And they asked if she had a tattoo of a goldfish on her back, and she did.
He said, "We have a problem." They had said that there had been a fire at Kelsey's home and that she did not survive.
How did you take that news?
I kept telling him that they were wrong. They were wrong. It wasn't her. It wasn't her. And he kept saying, "Yes, it was. Yes, it was."
Because of the tattoo.
Because of the tattoo.
What did the police tell you initially?
That it was a fire and that she just was not able to get out of the trailer.
They suddenly remembered something Alex had told them about the mobile home when Kelsey first moved in, and now it haunts them.
It was an older mobile home, and Alex had said something about having a faulty furnace, and that was my first thought, that, you know, the furnace had caught on fire, but, you know, not the case.
In fact, it was far from the case. After taking a closer look at Kelsey's burned body, cops realized this isn't a death by fire, it's a murder.
It sounds, based on what you're saying, that she could have been killed 3 times over.
Yes.
Up next, what really happened inside this mobile home?
Do you believe that the fire was set to cover up the murder?
Yes.
And who's behind the wheel of this car?
Who would want to kill Kelsey?
I have no idea.